Hello everybody, welcome back to Supercar Saturday. So it's got some stuff done to it, just a few things. Grill got replaced, it got washed, sticker got removed, the wiring for the camera got neatened up, the rear piece that was stolen got replaced. They're carbon fiber vents now, although I didn't know this and I'm a little annoyed about it. Although they match and they are carbon fiber and that's nice and all, these vents aren't replacement vents, they're cover pieces. So that's pretty dumb, but they look nice. So all that, and then of course the exhaust got put in here. It's not a DCAT exhaust, which I guess is okay because I was worried about passing the emissions test that's going to come up, but now I'll be fine. It's a little bit louder. It definitely sounds a little bit better, but it's nothing crazy. It's fine. I got to hear it. You're not going to really be able to hear it besides in the cab. I can't go in there and come out here and you can't really hear it, so you're just going to hear it from in the cab. I'm wearing my helmet today because last time I drove, I had my strap set up on my forehead, which is very comfortable and convenient, but the POV is not very good. So at least just for this time, I'm going to wear my motorcycle helmet so you can have a better sound quality for one thing, but then you get a different POV experience. Since I'm just doing a long drive on the highway, I won't mind so much. It's not good for airflow though. It's really hot. I gotta stop at tolls and stuff, but I'm gonna go along and talk about the mods and the mods is planned for the future. So let me struggle getting in here. That's my head. There we go. Did you hear how painful that was? Listen to this. Sounds exactly the same. It's just a little bit louder. Put this over here with all my paperwork and stuff. I'm wearing my shades with my helmet on so I get some air and you can hear better. And I had to take the battery pack off the back so it's a little bit easier to use. So this should be good. I'm gonna take this off too so it doesn't fly out the window. I see there's no good helmet setup for being in a car like this. This is just not ideal. It may have better sound and a better perspective for you, but it's not at all comfortable. So I don't know. We're just kind of messing with it. I heard this car is really loud. Let's watch him go inside. Dang. I feel like I'm out of my league. Okay, let's try back up here without hitting anybody. Don't hit the Lamborghini or the GTR or the Ferrari, you know. Ain't no big deal. It's also harder to hear the engine when I have the helmet on, but I'm gonna try to listen to this engine for the first time. It has a nice gargle. It's definitely a little louder than it was. The engine is warm. Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh. That sounds good. It's louder than it used to be. It's not ridiculous, but it's definitely louder, and I appreciate it. Oh, that sounds good. So the exhaust I opted for was the Rev 9 stainless steel exhaust, which was essentially the cheapest aftermarket exhaust I could get for this car. Ooh, it sounds good. Oh, that's good. Makes me all kinds of happy. Ah, red light. It sounds like a supercar. It's such a weird feeling. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable in this car now. I've driven, well, right there, 30,700 miles. So I put a lot of miles in this car. I've put at least 400, I think. So at least 300. I have a few hundred miles in this car. I don't know how I've managed to do that, but I have. Yes. That's very satisfactory, dude. Yes. So Rev 9 makes a titanium exhaust that costs twice as much, but I couldn't justify it. I mean, I guess supposedly there's a better exhaust note with a titanium, but I'm going for the two things I'm trying to do when I'm modding the car. One is resale value. I don't want to put a lot of money into it that I can't get back. And then two, resale value. The fact that I'm not going to keep this car forever. Unlike my Duke, for example, my Super Duke, I'm planning to keep that forever. I bought it new. That's my vehicle, so I'm kind of putting everything at it. Not so much with this car. So I try to find like the best compromise. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, wow, that sounds awesome. Let's try this. Close the windows because I got the AC on to see if that works at all. Hopefully that wind noise wasn't bad for you guys. I assume it's fine. I mean, this helmet's used to recording with wind coming at it. It's just, there's a big gap in my face now, so hopefully, hopefully this looks and sounds okay. Not much else I can do. People don't seem to understand the distance between the top of the windshield and the top of the wheel is less than a foot. This is your window to look in. So when I had the camera on my head, you saw too much roof. When I have the camera on my chin, you see too much wheel. It's really, really hard to get a good angle here in this car. I'm gonna try to remember off the top of my head what got done. I mentioned the camera. So I put a front and rear camera set in here before, but what's the deal? I just kind of did a sloppy job of putting them in there because I had cables kind of just hanging out, but I had them run it under the light, and that looks very, very clean. And now it's also running to the fuse box, and it should have a feature now where it will record if it detects motion or something when the car is off. So it goes on and off with the key, but then it has like a safety mode when the car is off, and it'll still record stuff, which is useful because if someone tries to steal something off this car again, hopefully it can be recorded. Oh, and I think I should point this out. I am wearing shoes. You can see, I mean, if you call Crocs shoes. I knew this when I put the video out last time that people are going to comment on my feet. I didn't realize all the comments were going to be about my feet. I don't usually wear shoes, period, and that includes when I'm driving, with the exception of a motorcycle. I always wear all the gear, but I don't like wearing shoes. I think they're hot and they're uncomfortable. I'm weird, okay? So everyone's like, you're not wearing shoes, why are you wearing shoes? Like, because I don't like shoes. I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? But I'm wearing shoes right now. Hopefully we can make the comments about maybe the car. So the front grille got replaced with like this hex pattern black grille. The black diffuser thing got replaced. I'm trying to remember everything off the top of my head. Had a little sticker removed. I got the service done on the car because I gave him the stack of paperwork. I made the dealer give me all the maintenance history, and I gave it to the shop who did the work on the car, and I said, look through this, make sure everything is caught up. And they looked at it and said, there's no indication in this history that anything has been done to this car recently. Even though I told them, the dealer said the work had been done on this car. I know the clutches was replaced before I bought it, but they said everything was up to date. Well, apparently not, because the air filters need to be replaced really badly. The oil is pretty dark. So I said, just make sure the car is good, replace all that stuff. So that kind of sucked, but I was able to sell my stock exhaust to the guy who ran the shop, so that kind of worked out because I didn't need it again. I thought I was going to need to keep that exhaust because I want to make sure if I need to, I could have it reinstalled to pass emissions, but I won't need to because this is not a decat exhaust, so I'm going to pass emissions just fine. It's like, oh, here, you can buy it. So that worked out pretty nicely. That's everything that happened with the car. I'm going to talk about the plan for the car's future. So I was planning to ship the car to Georgia because Dan's friend Justin at Atlanta Customer Apps is going to wrap this car, which is going to be a big deal for me because that's when the car is going to be my car. That's when it's going to be complete. That's when it's going to feel and look like Walter's car. I don't know. Right now it's just a white car. It doesn't feel like my car yet. It sounds much better, but anyway, that's a big deal. And the plan was to ship that off rather immediately, but it looks like I'm going to have to wait because I have a big trip planned. I'm driving the Jeep to Colorado, and that's going to take me a couple weeks to go there and back, and the timing is looking like I'm going to have to hold on to this for just a little bit before I ship it. It looks like this car is going to be in Georgia getting worked on while I'm in Colorado. In any event, when the car is there, it's going to get wrapped, it's going to get the carbon fiber wing, and either then or by then it will have wheels changed. So I'm either going to have the stock wheels powder coated when they're there, because that'd be the cheapest option, or because I have time now, I might get new wheels and or tires before it gets shipped. I haven't decided yet, but either way, by the time I pick it up in Georgia, which will be anywhere between 2 and 4 weeks from now, well, 5 weeks just to be safe, the car will be done, more or less. Like I'll finally accept it, like that's my car. Now it's got everything that I need. And much like the Jeep, there's always things that can be done, but there is a definitive line where I can call the car done. The Jeep, I'm calling it done. That was a 3-year project. I'm happy to call that thing done. That being said, it could always do with, and probably will get one day, an engine swap. This guy really wants to pass. Hey man, I know what you mean. I don't want to be here either. Sitting in the passing lane. We're in Virginia, right? Oh, we're in Virginia. That means no speeding because you go to jail. Oh, it's a good thing I was being a good little piggy. Even though this car will be done next month, there's more that could happen to it. I could do more performance upgrades, and I'll go ahead and rant about that just a little bit. I'm not planning to do anything else to the car after the wrap and the aesthetic stuff. I'm calling it done. But there are things that could be done and might be done. For example, I might have, I don't know, different air intake and then a tune. And I just do not think I'm going to have any major engine modifications. No superchargers, no turbos. Cost too much. I'm not going to put that into the car. The car is fine. I'm happy with it. I mean, maybe on another car because, like I said, this is not my one car that I'm going to have forever. I'm going to sell it one day, so I don't want to put everything in this car only to lose it. It sounds good. Tomorrow I'm going to try to do a front license plate mounting option because I have an idea for how I'm going to do that because there's no mounting options for this car really. I have an idea. It's hopefully going to be delicious. Well, we'll see about that. Also, I got custom license plates ordered. I mentioned in a Finally Friday what I want those plates to be, but I'm going to kind of keep it a surprise until those get here. I would think that by the time the car is done in Georgia, I'll have the custom plate and it'll all be like, wow, all done. Because the truth is, and I'm all about the truth, this car hasn't been in my garage or anything for over a week and I haven't missed it. Not because I don't want to drive it, because I thought about this. It's because it doesn't feel like my car. I didn't feel like it was ever mine to begin with, and so when it was gone for those 2 weeks, I didn't feel like I was missing anything, which is a weird sensation, but I like it more now. Okay, I'm gonna do something. I was gonna end the video after I get out of here, but because I'm literally gonna be sitting here in traffic for like another 10 minutes, and since I think I covered everything, with the exception of, I don't know, going fast and having some fun with this car, which I can't do in Virginia, I think I'm just gonna end it here while I'm sitting in line. So I'll try to keep you up to date. I don't know when the next Supercar Saturday is coming out. It might be a couple weeks because it kind of depends until something happens with this car. But the next thing I think I'm going to show is the car being shipped off to when it's gone for a while. So yeah, got the car back, got some stuff done. It's a little bit neater in here. The cameras look nice and tucked away. Sounds great. Looks a little bit better, and I'm very happy with it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in another video. Bye.